Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always. What are we exploring today?
Today, we're all about teamwork, but not just the general idea of it.
Oh, sounds interesting.
We're going deeper, looking at those specific character traits, those adjectives that actually make teamwork work.
Love it.
Oh,
The human element. Where are we getting our insights from?
we've got some great excerpts from a text called Teamwork, the Key to Success. We'll break it down and see how these character adjectives, really play out in a team setting.
Like building a team, superpower by superpower.
Exactly. So, the text starts off strong. It emphasizes how important it is to recognize the strengths of each team member.
That makes sense. It's not just about everyone doing the same thing, right?
Right, you need different strengths for different tasks. Like imagine you're prepping for a big presentation. Someone who is confident and articulate, you'd be perfect to lead that.
Absolutely. But then you also need the folks who are creative and meticulous, right? To put together the visuals, the slides, make sure everything looks polished.
Totally. And don't forget about the research phase. You need someone who's diligent, resourceful, can dig up all the info you need.
Oh, and for the Q&A afterwards, someone curious and analytical, ready for those tough questions. It really is like assembling a team of superheroes, each with their own unique power.
That's a great analogy. And speaking of superpowers, the text also mentions, weaknesses.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. It's not just about focusing on the strengths.
Exactly. And it even lists some traits that maybe don't seem super exciting, but are still essential for teamwork. Things like being organized, empathetic, practical.
I think those are incredibly important. Those are the traits that often keep a team grounded. Like you could have the most brilliant minds in a room, but if they're all disorganized,
Right.
chaos.
Missed deadlines, miscommunication, the whole project could fall apart.
Exactly. And think about empathy. If team members aren't able to understand and connect with each other, conflicts can just fester and get in the way of real collaboration.
It's true. I've been on teams where
Yeah.
it just felt like everyone was working in their own little silos. No real connection, no understanding of each other's challenges, and it really makes a difference.
I had an experience once with a team that was full of incredibly talented individuals, but they lacked organization and there was very little empathy. It was like each person was on their own mission.
Did that impact the project?
Oh, absolutely. It was a constant struggle. The final result suffered because we weren't truly working as a team.
So what I'm hearing is you need both, right? The strength, the superpowers, but also those grounding traits that help a team function smoothly.
Yeah, the text uses that great phrase, greater than the sum of its parts. That's what we're aiming for.
Okay, so how do we actually get there? How do we build teams that really are more than just a bunch of individuals working side by side?
I think a big part of it is embracing diversity, not just in backgrounds and experiences, but in ways of thinking, approaches to problem solving.
Diversity of thought. I like that.
When you have a team where people are comfortable sharing different perspectives, that's where real innovation comes from. You can bounce ideas off each other, challenge assumptions, come up with solutions you might never have thought of on your own.
But it probably means there's going to be some friction, right? Different opinions clashing.
For sure.
Yeah.
But that's where strong communication and conflict resolution skills come in. You need to be able to have those disagreements in a productive way. It's healthy to have debate as long as you're ultimately working towards a common goal.
So it's not just about avoiding conflict. It's about managing it effectively.
Absolutely. Turning those differences of opinion into something that moves the project forward. And that requires, good communication, respect for each other, and the ability to listen and compromise.
This has been so insightful.
Yeah.
So to recap, building a successful team is about recognizing individual strengths, sure. But it's also about acknowledging those other important traits that might not be as flashy, the empathy, the organization. It's about finding that balance, right?
Exactly. And it's about embracing those different personalities, those different ways of thinking to get to a truly collaborative and innovative outcome.
I love that. Now, I want to bring this back to our listeners because we've been talking about teamwork in a general sense, but I think these ideas are super relevant to all of us, no matter what we do.
Oh, for sure. Whether you're part of a team at work, school, a community group, even just thinking about your family, these dynamics are at play.
Think about it. What are those character traits that you bring to a team? How have they helped you succeed in the past? Or maybe, were there times when certain traits created challenges?
It's something to reflect on. We all have strengths and weaknesses, and understanding how those play out in a team setting is so valuable.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a question. How can you use this knowledge about character traits to become an even better team player, no matter what role you take on?
I think that's a great place to end. Thanks for diving in with me today.
Absolutely. And thanks all our listeners for joining us. Until next time.